What's up?
Oh, I'm just compiling all the top sports scores, news, and odds so I can make the very best bets.
Me too. BetOnline.ag.
Join today and receive your 50% welcome bonus at betonline.ag.
Did the Celtics screw up not getting Kawhi? Did they miss the boat?
Everybody wrote that. Bobby Manning wrote that too.
Bobby wrote it too.
That is a convenient storyline for where we're at right now.
Yeah, it is. And I think it's, yes. I mean, I think obviously, yes, if Kawhi was here, that things would have been different. But how much different? How much of, and that's the problem going into this offseason. We really don't know the point of what caused everything. There isn't one person, I don't believe. I don't believe there's one individual. And we don't know that Kawhi Leonard's presence would have leveled all of the playing fields. What we do know is Kawhi played his tail off these playoffs. Clearly the best player in the playoffs by far.
Kawhi did something that Kyrie could not do.
Absolutely.
In the postseason. That's the essence of that conversation as far as anything that we could possibly speculate on. Pretty basic. He was able to take over a game and Kyrie wasn't, and that's why we brought Kyrie into it. And when we needed Kyrie to be big, he wasn't big or not big enough. He was big, but not big enough. Kawhi really took it to another level. But we knew Kawhi was one of the best players in the NBA when healthy. That was the big gamble. And I wonder if he would have stayed in Boston because, again, it's very much – you can't sit here now. Let me just say this. For anybody who's listening who is in the camp of, yes, let's trade these young guys for Anthony Davis, it was an even bigger gamble to trade them for Kawhi Leonard. So you can't say in the one breath, we definitely should have traded for Kawhi, but no, I don't want to trade for Anthony Davis. You've got to be consistent in that narrative, or not in that narrative. You have to be consistent in that angle. So,
the only thing about that is,
yeah, go ahead.
The only thing I'd say is the uncertainty about Kawhi, in terms of the injury and everything going on in the Spurs side of things. There are some added question marks, but I would agree with you overall. I mean, it's still like 80% of it is a very similar situation. It should be treated fairly similarly. There were some added question marks that added wait, what? What's this going on? You mean Uncle Dennis is speaking for Kawhi Leonard? And things got a little weird there for a bit. But the other thing we don't know is the way Kawhi is, he could walk too after all this. So everything's good ship lollipop. It's kind of funny.
I don't think he stays in Toronto at all. I don't think
so.
I think him taking Toronto to the finals is him just showing the world,
doing his thing, right?
Showing the world
his game. Yep.
And now he gets to call his shot. He's healthy.
Right.
He went to the finals. He's a difference maker. He's teed up so perfectly for whatever he wants to do. And guess what? Sitting out with the Spurs last year, he didn't lose a dime. And if there's any legitimacy to the injury, then he took care of himself. He's going to end up on top on this, which is amazing because I don't think anybody has ever come out on top after leaving Popovich.
No, absolutely not. I mean, it's really a Patriots-like record of guys leave and they do not do as well elsewhere. I mean, it's you see it everywhere. What's also somewhat interesting, and not to jump subjects here, but you look at Kawhi, look at KD, look at Kyrie, look at Anthony Davis, all of these unhappy superstars, and this is going to be a summer based upon the intentions of people who no one really knows what they want, where they're going, how it all shakes out. I mean, it's going to be an insane next 37-8 days until we all of the chips somewhat fall out, and the entire landscape of the NBA is somewhat dependent upon how these petulant superstars feel. I mean, you've got to believe the next CBA, that is going to be the primary goal.
Yeah, the owners are not going to take this anymore.
But
100%.
Teams are, the Celtics season gone. The Pelican season gone. The Spurs season last year. All of these, franchises just imploding because there's so much pressure the decisions of a 25, 26, 27-year-old guy. And that's a lot. These billion-dollar franchises are resting on these decisions. And I'm all for allowing players to have freedom and have a freedom in the marketplace. I'm not saying that shouldn't be acceptable, but the NBA has established a system now that benefits and rewards this type of behavior.
But it wasn't supposed to.
Not
That's
great.
the other
Exactly.
thing. It wasn't supposed to. This whole Supermax and everything was the curative. And yet it's not really
Exactly.
working out at all.